Okay, good evening, everyone. How are you doing today? Good evening, online. Good evening. Okay, so I hope everyone are doing good. And did you completed your practicals? Sonar Cube done? Subhasho? No. Okay. क्या हुआ? Huh? What was that issue? Dispatch issue. Why you are getting dispatch issue all the time? Okay. Yeah, fine. So how about you online? Did you guys complete it? Responses, please. Article done. Very good, Param. How about others? Sonar Cube will work only on, it is not like that. Sonar Cube will work only on Amazon Linux 2. I'm teaching on Amazon Linux 2, and it might work on Red Hat. Sonar Cube will work on Red Hat also, Ubuntu also, anything, but the commands will be different. Right? Commands will be different. Whatever the commands that I am giving, please select the same image itself. When I told you to select Amazon Linux 2, select Amazon Linux 2. Okay, but if you want to do it with other ones, the commands will change, syntax will change, right? And then most of the people, sometimes what they do is they launch a Red Hat, they don't really care about the image, and they launch that and they'll try to run the commands that I have given. Will it work? No, because there is a syntax difference will be there. Okay, almost. Okay, tell me how much time it took for you, Subhasha? 30 minutes, maximum 1 hour. What is there to do in progress? Online? Almost there. Why? What is that? Almost there, Abhishek. Right? So, guys, I'm telling you, when you are learning, you need to spend time. That too, am I telling you to spend the whole day? Just only 1 hour maximum. Who will? Maximum, I'm injecting everything in the class itself. Right? So, who will tell you generally today was to spend only 1 hour time? If someone here also, they feel like, what? Your sir is telling only to practice 1 hour. Enough. Right? So, but the only thing is you're concentrating good here in the class. Maximum with eyes itself, you're doing the practicals here. But the only thing is you need to just repeat it. So don't you have time to repeat it? Tell me honestly, right? So you're here to learn, right? So please take your time and then do it. That is what maximum I can tell. Yeah. Okay, ma. So what is the thing that we have today? What we learned yesterday? Yes, no, Sonar came 9000 port number with anywhere. Only working, so otherwise it's failing. Huh? That's fine. So if you enable only, that's what I said. No, in security groups, enable all traffic. And if you enable all traffic 0000, so you no need to go back and check on the security groups at all, right? Until the end of the DevOps course. Sir, sir, I will already check the remaining OS. It is not working. It will not work, no? I know. Lingareddy, just go with Amazon Linux 2. Okay. So if you want to work with some other, so go and search in internet to get the commands related to that. So here, if you learn with one operating system, that is mostly fine. Okay. Okay, fine. So what did we discuss in our last class? Integrating with what? S3 using Jenkins pipeline and also Sonar. So Sonar Cube. So we have the Sonar Cube, separate machine. right? And then we have integrated the Sonar Cube using the Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So today, what's the next step? We'll go with actually we have already uploaded our artifacts into S3. That is done. What is the purpose? So generally, our Maven will build and compile, it will package it, and the WAR file will be generated. Yes or no? Which one? WAR file will be generated, and that WAR file will be inside the Jenkins machine. Yes or no? In the targets for directory, Jenkins in the job, var lib Jenkins slash workspace slash the job name slash target slash WAR file. So that WAR file will be there in the Jenkins. So just in case if something goes wrong with the Jenkins server, your WAR file is also gone or not? So is it good to keep your WAR files in Jenkins machine? No. WAR file will be there in Jenkins machine, but additionally we need to keep this WAR file into some other place. Which place we have used? S3. Which place we have used? S3. So we have kept it in S3 by enable the versioning, so no problem at all. We have a backup of it. Nowadays, 99% of the companies, they are using which one? S3. So in few days or few months or few years back, they are using what? Nexus. Which one? Nexus. Or also they are using JFrog. What's that? JFrog. We have different tools are available as everyone are using cloud, AWS in their projects. That's the reason they are integrating nicely with what? S3. How to set up S3? It's a big difficult task. To create S3 bucket is difficult task. What 1 minute task? Create and then enable, create a bucket and enable the versioning for it. That's it. And then how much time it took for you to integrate with Jenkins? 5 minutes. What do? Create a install plugin, S3 publisher plugin, and go to system, create a S3 profile, go to Jenkins, and then go to Jenkins pipeline script, mention it, copy paste it. 5 minutes. And S3, do you want to manage it? S3 serverless completely managed by AWS. Do you need to worry about it? For that reason, everyone are going to S3. As I have promised that I will be teaching Nexus also. For that reason, today we'll go with what? Nexus. But in real time, if you see anyone Nexus using in the companies, please suggest them to move it to S3. Because Nexus, we need to install that open source Nexus on one of the machine, on one of the EC2 instance. Nexus on one of the EC2s, I need to install it. So I need to manage that machine. I need to take care of that machine. I need to do the scalability if required. And there will be a maintenance for the EC2. Lot of things we need to maintain by yourself or not. Why do we do all these things if you have S3? For that reason, people are going to S3. But today, what we go and launch the EC2 instance and then set up Nexus. Nexus installation is a little bit big, not big, but I have written all the commands here. We just use the commands and there is no script for it. I didn't have time to create the script. But what I did is I have set up till now, we have used Red Hat. Yes or no? We have used Amazon Linux 2. Yes or no? And then Nexus, I'll show it in Ubuntu now. Linga already asked, no? Why it is not working in some other? I tried it. So today, so here, let's go with till now, Red Hat also we have used, Amazon Linux 2 also we have used. Let's Nexus we'll set up in where? Ubuntu machine. Little bit different commands, but you will understand. Little bit different. Okay? Clear? Should we do this now? So, and that too, our Nexus will work with the T2 medium. Again, which one? T2 medium. How much? Huh? It's not free. How many rupees? 4 rupees per hour. So you can do it. No problem. Okay? Which one? It's okay. You can use Spot also. No issues, right? Okay. So what I do, guys, here, I already have Jenkins readily available. Okay. And then also I have launched the Nexus machine. So this is T2 medium and which one? Ubuntu. Which one? So click on launch instance. And go to here. Ubuntu, and then select Ubuntu server latest one, 24. Yes, Linga ready. I told you that it will work with only T2 medium, kada? Yes or no? So T2 micro. So for our Nexus and for Sonar Cube, it needs minimum CPUs, 2 or 4 CPUs. For that reason, T2 micro will not work. For that reason, we need to go for T2 medium. Okay, ready. Okay. So here, which one we need to select on here? Go with the latest Ubuntu. Which version? 24. Go with the 24. So what I did, I already launched the EC2 instance with T2 medium Ubuntu. Okay. And I already have the Jenkins. You know how to set. I should not even ask that question. You know Jenkins, how to set up Jenkins, right? So I have set up the Jenkins and I have the dashboard here because in the previous blog also same Jenkins is going on. So that's it. I kept the same thing. Why to terminate the machine? Okay. So we have the Jenkins, and then what we need to do? We need to install now. Set up what? Nexus. We need to set up what here? Nexus. Should we go and set up Nexus now? Okay. So copy it. Let's connect it first. Okay, see, when you're connecting it, what is the default username? EC2-user, right? For Ubuntu, it is Ubuntu. For that reason, I'm taking Ubuntu today. Because sometimes when you want to launch Ubuntu machines, you don't know the default username, right? For that reason, I'm selecting Ubuntu today. So what is the default username for Ubuntu? Ubuntu only. Some people say Ubuntu. Some people say Ubuntu. What do you say? Ubuntu only, huh? I say Ubuntu, whichever you want. Okay, so okay. What's the landing command? Yes. Okay. Correct. Django or Django. Correct. Yeah, fine. So here I have given the Nexus installation. This is little bit lot of things, not lot of things. Okay. See, Nana, first I told you in the Linux class, whenever you log into any Linux machine, that can be Red Hat, AL2 or Ubuntu, whichever it is, first is always good to update the patches. In Linux, in Red Hat or Amazon Linux, we use yum update, no? Which one? Yum update. So to update all the patches, right? So here also, we need to use that apt-get. What's that? Say that. Apt. Here, instead of using yum, we need to use what? Apt. Say that. Apt. So what is the package manager here? Apt-get. In the Red Hat, what is that? Yum. In AL2, Amazon Linux Extras. Amazon Linux 2 Extras. That's the package manager. In Red Hat, it is yum. In Ubuntu, it is apt or apt-get. So what we need to do is, first thing, what we need to do? Sudo. What is that? Apt-get. What is that? Update. So if you do this, whatever the machine has any updates, so everything will be automatically updated. That is the thumb rule. Remember, whenever you log into the machine, make sure that you have the latest patches or packages installed. Then, so, and then again, this Nexus need Java. This Nexus need Java. So for that, what we need to do? Apt. Instead of yum, we need to use what? Apt. Install this Java. We need to download. You should not do also. It will update the patches to the latest version, but in real time, you should not do this. In Linux, did we learn that we have done yum available list? So you list all the patches and whichever you want to upgrade, you need to upgrade, because in some time, real time, what happens is you need a particular version of that package. Then only your system work, or then only your application work. If you do this yum update or apt-get update, all these packages will update to the latest version, which is not compatible to your application. So this, if it is a fresh machine, do it. If it is a fresh machine, do it. If it's already working since 1 year or a few many months and applications running, if you do yum update, that's a bhayanak thing that you are doing it. Do not do it. But if you want to update any kind of package, or what you need to do, separately you need to take that package and then update. Okay. This is different, and then package names also sometimes different. Okay. Okay. So we are installing JRE and JDK development kit also. So let's install. Only this version of Java, any version we use. Always go with the latest version. What is the latest version of Java? 17. No. 17. Let it install. And then what we do see here? Now download the type Nexus on Ubuntu using what command? wget. So this is the ZZip file, right? Latest file that we are need to download it. So we need to go under which directory and install? Opt. You can go to any directory, but good thing is you go to the opt directory. So let's go here. CD, which one? Opt. And then we use wget and then download the latest Nexus. So this is a zip file, right? I mean, that is a tar file. What we need to do? We need to untar it. What's the command to untar? tar-zxvf. We have learned this or not? What's the command? Tell me. tar-zxvf. And then which one is that? Latest that. Okay. Clear. LS. Do you see we have here Nexus? Which is the latest Nexus? Which version is this? 3. That is, this one is minor. So what is the major version here? 3. Nexus 3 we are using it. Which one? Nexus 3. And then, so here, instead of saying Nexus -3.76.1-0.1, can we just simply make it as Nexus? So what's the command that we need to use? Move. So you just rename it. Rename this directory to just simple Nexus. What we do here? Move. We use this. We do ls. So it have renamed now. Okay. Next. So as a security practice, not to run Nexus service using root user, what we do? Let's create a user called Nexus. So in real time, will you be working as a root all the time? No. For that reason, what we do? We add a user. What's the command to create a user? Sudo add user. Which one? Nexus. So sudo add user what? Nexus. Is asking for the password. Let's do root. Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full name. Y. Enter, 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 enter. Is this information correct? Okay. What we done? We have created the user. Let me ask this question. Does this Nexus user has any permissions now? So Nexus user need to give to install, to do everything. We need to give the power to Nexus. So in Linux, we have learned we need to add this Nexus user to which file? VS sudo. Sudo or files or not? Remember, we created pushpa user. Huh? Why you are not able to answer that question? Oh, Linux you didn't. But I told you to. Have you gone through the recordings? Go through the recordings. Linux is important. Okay, go through it. So here we need to add it to sudo. So what we need to do? Sudo vi sudo we need to do. So and then what we need to add this. So tell me here. Let's go to sudo. Which one? Vi sudo. So inside this, what we need to do now? We need to add that. Do you remember? To do this work, that is the reason on that day I told you in Linux. You understand? Linux, do you think that I just told just like that? Whatever the things that we will be learning in the DevOps coming classes, I collected all that things and then I have told you, I taught you everything before only in Linux. Like how to add it to sudo files, right? How to do passwordless logins. Next, after this, what is the tool that we should be using it? Ansible. In Ansible, we have master slave concepts, right? So Ansible need to log into all slave machines without password. In Linux, did we learn about passwordless login? I want you to complete that tomorrow and come when I start Ansible, because we'll be doing multiple times that things. So in Linux, I didn't, whatever that we will be learning in the DevOps, I just listed all the things and made it you clear in the between, so that now it will be easier for you. If you say, sir, what is sudo or file, then what should I do? Huh? Practice. No, practice, okay? So take this and then add it over here. And then this is nano file. This is not VI. We have VI is editor that we know, right? There is another one. Which one? Nano. In Linux also, I told you that VI editor is there, all of Vim editor is there, or Nano. 3 editors are there. VI, Vim, Nano. VI, Vim is mostly look same, but Nano is like it will give lot of information here itself. You don't need to write any comments. So now if I want to exit, what I need to do? Control X I need to do. Do you see here written? Control X. Right? For that reason, as it is Ubuntu, it is going for Nano. But what I do here? Control X. So it is save. Do you want to save? Yes or no? So press which one? Y. Okay. Enter and then it will go. Got enough? So what we have done now? So we have added the Nexus user to sudo file. And then what we do, as this, I'm in which user now? Root user. So now I'm in which directory here? Opt directory. So opt directory has root has the permission for opt directory or not? But in this opt directory, what we have? Nexus. So this Nexus has what permission? Who has this permission? Root. But here, who need to do all the work in that Nexus? Nexus user. For that reason, what we are giving we are changing the ownership for opt Nexus. What is the command to change the ownership? ch own -r recursive and then username Nexus and the group name is also Nexus. To which directory? Opt Nexus. And also there is one more directory called Sona type work, and we need to do the same thing for both of the things. So what are you doing here? You are giving the permissions to, you are changing the, not permissions, you are giving the ownership, rights, ownership to the Nexus user. So what's the command here? Read it. Tell me now. Sudo chown -r Nexus group name is also Nexus, and which directory? Opt, and then which directory? Nexus. And we need to do the same thing for sudo chown -r Nexus Nexus under opt, and then which one? Clear? Why you want to do? Go to S3 no? Yes or no? Correct or not? But let's do. Okay. Okay, fine. So, and then what we need to do is to run this Nexus as a service at the boot time, we need to give, we need to do some small configuration. So in that nexus.rc file, we need to give the username called which one? Nexus. That means whenever you boot the machine, whenever you restart it, so the service also need to be run using which user? Nexus user. For that, what we need to do? We need to edit this file. So open this file. And then we has run as user is there, no? Is commented or uncommented? Commented. What I need to uncomment? Uncomment meaning remove the hash. Remove the hash. What is the user I need to put here? Do you want to remember all these things? Huh? Do you want to remember all the steps? No need to remember all the steps, sir. I will be giving all these things. Just run those commands. Okay. Okay. So next here is this is a big guy actually. So for that reason, we need to increase this Java heap size. You can think like a memory. So we need to increase the memory. So if you want to increase the memory for this Nexus, so generally, how much GB that T2 micro has, T2 medium has? How much GB RAM? 8 or 4? 4 GB, right? Let's say for example 4 or 8, whichever it is, 4 GB, and then we are like allocating the memory size of 1 GB to this Nexus because Nexus is need more memory. For that reason, we are allocating. Otherwise, operating system will not allocate that much GB memory to Nexus. If operating system is not allocating to Nexus, will Nexus GUI will open? For that reason, so in this, all these things we need to update it. So simply what you do now here. So which is the file that we need to open under opt nexus bin nexus.vm options? Open that file. And we already have it. See, we already have it. You see here, XSD till here. You're able to see, Nana? See my cursor. So from top X all the way come down to D. All these things are all related to Java and which what is a log file? Do you see here? Okay, what is log file where it goes to the logs file jvm.log, and then Sona type log is under this, and what is the temporary directory? This, and then what is the size? Some ephemeral DH key size, this one. So what we are doing is we will remove all these things. What's the command to remove the line? dd okay. And then what I did, I gave whatever that I need basically. And then what you do? Paste it. Oh, okay. Actually, I haven't changed anything. Here I added this line, this 1024 MB. Huh? No. That is key size. That is memory size. Right? So, and then what you do? Save it. You're getting what I'm doing? Hmm? Okay. So now to run the Nexus as a service using system D, so we need to also we need to edit this file and then put this. This is the last thing that we are doing here. Edit the file in this service and then just copy paste this data, which is required till here. Okay, so these are all the things that is required to set up the Nexus. So what we need to do, we have set up the Nexus, and what we need to start the Nexus or not? What's the command to start it? System ctl start Nexus. And how to check the status or how to enable the Nexus? Enable. So if you do enable, that means that is for auto start, no? If you want. And then what is the status? Now it is active and running. These are all the things that needed for the Nexus to set up. Clear? Clear how to set up Nexus? Online, is it clear, Nana? Online. Super. Is it clear offline for you also? Clear? Babu, cheating. Okay. Okay. So how do I open this? And Nexus works on port 8081. Which one? Port 8081. So what do we do now? Let's open Nexus. How do we do this? Copy this and then paste it and call it as 8081. So now it says Sona type Nexus repository is initializing and then welcome. So we have successfully installed what? Nexus. So Nexus is a repository. We call it as Nexus repository. Say that Nexus repository. And what do we do? Is it clear till here? Okay. Now let's set up. So what we do is here, Nexus is used for what purpose? To storing our artifact, to store our artifacts. For that, we need to create a repository here. We need to create a repository. So for that, first you need to sign in. Do you see this here on top? On top. There. Okay. Click on here, sign in. Now it is asking, what is the default username? Admin. Password. Here it is asking, take this password that is stored. And what I need to do? Go here and type what? Cat and then that path. And I have the password till here. Don't copy root. Abba, you don't know how many messages people come, sir, it's not, login is not working. And then paste it. Click on sign in. And then it is asking for next. Let's see what it says. New password. What's the new password? Root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then here, root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Click on next. Enable. If you want enable anonymous access, otherwise no. Anonymous access meaning anyone can log in. So click on here, enable, and then finish it. Everyone understood how to sign in to the Nexus? Remember, what is the username? Admin. Password is root 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember that. I might forget because we need to add these details in where? In Jenkins. We need to add this into the Jenkins. Okay. So what we need to here, we need to create a repository or not? How to create a repository? Do you see this here setting symbol? Click on it. And do you see repository? Click on it. Okay. And then what you need to here, create a repository. Getting it? Create a repository. And here you need to select here Maven. Do you see where is Maven? Where is that? There, CC, huh? Select recipe. Okay. So here Maven, we need to select Groupa or Hosted. We need to select what? Hosted. So don't need to worry about what is the difference between all these things here. We are not using proxy. We are not using group here. So Maven 2, that repository, I want to host it here itself. So I'm selecting Maven 2 hosted. Say that. Select that Maven 2 hosted. And then here it is asking for the repository. What is the repository name we'll give? What is our website? Hotstar. I'll create a Hotstar. Hotstar. Very hot. Hotstar. Okay. See. Version policy. Guys, this is Nexus. Basically, it takes the information from your POM file. What's that? It will take the information from, because Jenkins need to collect the entire information from POM file and then it has to upload it here, right? So for that reason here, so in POM file, are we using releases as snapshots? Very good. Have you seen the POM file? So where is the POM file? So inside the POM file, do you see this here? Version? Say that. Oops. Do you see this snapshot? So for that reason here, we need to select which one? Snap. Many people, what they do is they select the release and you will get the error in the build. So here, which one we are using? Snapshot. And then here, if you, and another small thing that you need to do it here is deployment policy. In deployment policy, we will be building it one time or multiple times. Build job, will be building it one time or multiple times. Multiple times, right? So if you do it multiple times, if it says it disable, redeploy. Is it good to disable redeploy? What we need to do? Allow redeploy. That meaning it will up again and again whenever the build executed. If you select here disable redeploy, it will upload only one time. And then Jenkins will start crying that I'm not able to connect to Nexus because it has redeploy. Understood? Simple. Now click on create here. Click on create repository. I'm not creating. Tell me how to do it. Discard changes. Now go to repositories. Create repository. Maven hosted here. Hotstar. Version policy. Snapshot to, and then deployment policy. And then create. That's it. You need to do on the Nexus. That's it. We need to do on the Nexus. If you want to manage Nexus, you can create users, grow privileges. You can do, but let's not worry about all these things here. So now what we need to do is we need to integrate. So Nexus is ready. Everyone is clear now how to set up Nexus and how to create repository in Nexus online. Any questions still here? Clear? Karthik? Redeploy meaning now what will happen is you will create a build job now. You'll create a Jenkins job. And then you will integrate with Git, you will integrate with Maven, you will integrate with all the stuff. And then finally what we need to do, that var file need to be updated to Nexus, correct? And you created a job here. Now what do? You build the job. What the job will do now? It will build and the var file will be updated in Nexus, correct? Done. First time, good. Now, if you rebuild this job, same code, whatever code it is, same. Now this need to be again updated in Nexus or not? If you allow, if you there disable, redeploy something is there. Disable, redeploy. If you select this, will it redeploy there? If you, so for that reason, you need to allow redeploy. Then only these Jenkins builds will go and redeploy into the Nexus. Redeploy. Yes. Again, it will create new, obviously. Okay. Okay. So should we go and set up a new build now? Okay. You know very well how to set up it. Create a job. Tell me how. New item. And then I call it as what? Nexus. Okay. Here. Pipeline. Freestyle is Jujube for you? Yes or no? Whenever someone is using freestyle, you say freestyle. So select here, pipeline, click on. Okay. So we need to write everything. Are you experts on writing this pipeline or not? Yes or no? Don't write, neither can I copy paste. Do I need to write or copy paste? Copy paste is fine. Yes, because we have done many times here online. Let's do the copy paste. Okay, so before we write this pipeline, what we need to do? We need to install plugin, right? Okay, let's install the plugin first, and then we'll do there. So let's go to dashboard and go to manage Jenkins. Where? Go to plugins, available plugins. Which one? Nexus. You see Nexus artifact uploader. What it say for adoption? This plugins concept is all about adoption is thing, but you adopt that plugin, you try to enhance it. You are the owner of the plugin. There is no owner of the plugin at the moment, maybe. So click on here, install, and all the time what you do, restart it. I'll take this pipeline. So let's go to dashboard, and then let's configure this Nexus job. Okay. So what I do, paste it. But what I do, I'll remove this, whatever I have. Guys, what do we do? We know this already. So many times we did it. What is that? Pipeline, agent, any stages. What is that? Checkout, Java project, compile, test, artifact, and then what I'm deleting here to Nexus. So here, I need to put the Nexus script here. So what I need to do here, go to pipeline script, and then let's use that script. So here, which one I need to select here? APN, and you will get the Nexus. And Nexus version is which version? 2 or 3? Select 3. Protocol, which one you are using? And then here we need to put Nexus URL. Copy this URL, paste it. But remember, you should not put any kind of this and then HTTP also. Just you need to put the IP address :8081. And then here what we have, credentials. So Nexus has credentials. What's the username? Admin, password, root 1234556. Remember, do we have any credentials created? See, that's a problem sometimes. So don't think Nexus, don't think Jenkins is super powerful missile. It has bugs. Do you see here, add is working? So what I need to do, shut up this, close this. And what I need to do, go to credentials. Meanwhile, should I save this? Okay. Now go to where? Manage Jenkins, and then very good, credentials, and then global, add credentials. What's the username? Admin. Password, root 1234556. And then I call it as what? Nexus. Call it as Nexus. Okay. Credentials created now. And now what we do? Go to pipeline script and then configure that again. Sir, port number 8081 is for Nexus or a typo? 8081 only. See here, Abhishek. So go to configure. Okay. Where should I go now? Pipeline syntax. And here, which one I need to select? Nexus. Which version? 3. URL I need to put. So up here, yes, and then remove this. Then the error will go. Okay. Credentials. Now we have. Nice. Good. Group ID. We need this entire information. Group ID, version, repository, all this information we need. You know where? Can you tell me where is the group ID? Where do you find the group ID? Where do you find the group ID? POM file. What does the POM file contain? Group ID, versions, entire information, artifacts, ID, everything will be there in the group in the POM file or not? So let's open our POM file. It's already open. And do you see this? What is the group ID I have here? In.rias. So what I need to put here? Group ID in.rias. Next, what is asking for? Go here. What is our version here? Version. So what is the repository that you have created in Nexus? Huh? Hotstar. Artifacts. Click on add. What is artifact ID? Where is artifact ID? Okay, na? My app. Call it as here, my app. And then type. No need to see that. You tell me. Artifact is our what? What is our artifact? My app dot var file. What's the type here? Dot classifier, ignore it. So file, where is that file? Under which directory? Under which directory? Target slash my app dot clear. Clear. Online, is this clear? How to fill all these details? And click on generate. Online, is this clear? How to fill the details, please? Can you hear me online? Oh, I was late. Okay. So what I need to do now? Copy this. And where should I put? Under the steps here. Paste it. And then everyone understood now? What I need to do now? Build. Let's see. Guys, everyone understood how to integrate Nexus now? So if this build successfully runs, then what we should do? The build, that var file is now stored in Nexus. Under which repository? Hotstar. The var file will be there. Oop, do you see? Finished. It is success or not? So that meaning if I go to here, to which repository? Hotstar. Go inside it. How to check the file is there or not? Do you see this URL? Take this URL. Put it. And do you see this here? Browse. Do you see this here? Var file. Clear? Or var file. So how many times you deploy if the version changes? So that many var files will be generated. Online cities is clear enough. Integrating with Nexus. Update. If we change the version, it will change it. Nothing. That's what I'm asking you to use S3. Advanced thing here is nothing. Nexus repository is only used to store our artifacts, right? But I would say disadvantage instead of saying advantage. What's the disadvantage? Manage, maintain everything by too many steps. That's what I told you. Go to S3, no? But you all understood. You're all understood. You know the logic. You understood. But there might be out of 100 students, there will be one student. What will say? Sir didn't tell Nexus. अरे रिया सर Nexus पढ़ाया नहीं यार. But what is the logic here? Instead of using Nexus, can we go to S3 or not. It is easy and super efficient and reliability will be there. But here you need to do all these things. But what I want you to do is you should have knowledge on Nexus also. It is an additional thing or not? Hmm? That will obvious. But legacy, if anyone nowadays, when I'm doing consultancy now also, now they have requirement to move from Nexus to S3. If they have if they have Nexus already working, what they are telling? So they are asking to move from Nexus to S3. What do you need to do if you have that kind of requirement? Change the pipeline, no? In the change in the stage. So in the Jenkins setup S3 publisher plugin, and then with existing plugin, only one time job, right? And if you have legacy applications and if you don't have permissions to change the pipelines at all, then still they are using the old school method. Which one is that? Nexus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good, no? Okay, is this clear, guys, on the Nexus, everyone? Can you give me the CC, please? Yes, Chandan. In the legacy system, they are still using the Nexus. So now, as a DevOps engineer, if you join the companies, you will get an opportunity now to migrate from Nexus to S3. With the left hand, you will be doing this. Yes or no? Good, Nana. Okay, so that is super thing on the Nexus. And that was the last integration with the Jenkins. So now me, what is the pipeline of the Jenkins? First, what we need to do? Get the code. Next, build. Next, test. Next, tell me here. So first you have Git. From Git, right? What is that here? Maven. From Maven, Maven will generate what? Var file. So before this generating the var file, what we need to do? We need to scan the code. So what we have integrated? Sonar. After that, have you have you completed yesterday's task? So that OWASP worked. We have done yesterday OWASP, right? ये पकड़े गए. Huh? Oh, you didn't integrate it. Integrated or not? No. Why? Huh? Okay, I told you it will take. You don't have time now? Right? Here in the class, we don't have time. That means half an hour, 1 hour, we cannot wait, right? So what you can do? What you do is today go back and then tomorrow set up Jenkins again, right? And then I have given the extra piece of code, that stage of OASP, copy paste it. And before that, you need to install the plugins, right? And then create under the tools, create the DC subs, and then set up and then run the plugin, run the pipeline. So then OWASP will take at least 15-20 minutes to download all this thing, checks everything. That is real time. Okay. As I'm taking a lot of time here, so I didn't ran that, but you just need to copy paste and run it. Okay. So OWASP, yeah. So next is after that, we need to do quality gates. We did quality gates. After that, what we do, we have put that file to S3 or where? Nexus. And then what we did, we have done the deployment or not? Where we have done? Tomcat. And all these things will be done using what? Jenkins. This is what Jenkins is. Okay. Is it clear? All the integrations here. Smooth, smooth as butter. Huh? Yes or no? How nicely and easiest way that you have learned Jenkins. People will go mad to learn Jenkins. Good. So we have a small topic here about the user management. What's that? User, we call it as RBAC. Say that. Say that. Online, put in the chat. RBAC meaning role-based access control. Say that. Role-based access control. RBAC. What's that? Role-based access control. As the name clearly says, what based? Role-based. Not directly users. If you create directly users, but what we are creating here, we are creating roles. So can we create a role like junior, senior, example? Can we create multiple roles, build admin, network admin, or read only role, right? Execute, modify the build. So we can create different roles and we create users and we assign these users to the particular role. Yes or no? So how do we set up this RBAC control in our Jenkins? So if you go to manage Jenkins, do we have something called users here anywhere? But these users are just creating the users here. Like what we have here. Okay, if I edit it. So instead of going like this account, any kind of permissions, can I do any kind of permissions here? Preferences. See, do I have any permissions here? Security. Can I assign any permissions to this guy? Right. So here I don't have much things here to set up here using this inbuilt users. So for that reason, it's better to go with a plugin. A plugin. And that plugin name is, right? RBAC plugin. Which plugin? RBAC. So how to install that plugin? Manage Jenkins. Plugins. Available plugins and call it as role based authorization strategy. So if you enable this, this will help you to create a nice users and it will help you to manage the roles and assign the users to a particular role. Should we do it? So let's go to here and then install. And then what do you do? Restart. So now let's log in. Okay. So now what we do is let's go to manage Jenkins. Here. Just a second. I'm getting all WebGR colors here. Okay, now good. So now, do you see anything extra here? After users, do you have anything here? No, right? We don't have anything here called manage and assign roles concept. Are there here in security? In security section, do we have any roles concept here? No. So in order to get, but we have already installed the plugin or not? So in order to get that, manage roles, so what we need to go to security, go to security. In authorization, do you see this here? What it says? Login users can do anything. Is that good? Anyone who has logged into Jenkins can do anything. Is that good? No, we will be controlling using what here? Role-based strategy. Select this and then click on save. Once I click on save, then if I come down, do I see this now? Manage and assigning roles. Now you all understood how to add an extra fitting to this Jenkins? Huh? So previously we had only users. Now you can manage using roles. This is called RBAC. What is this called? RBAC. So now using this roles, we can create the roles and then we can add the users and we can assign to the particular. Just need to create the users. Locked shown manage. That is just an icon, man. See, Prasad, that's just an icon. Okay, now here it is showing printer, no? Printer, what is the credential? A suitcase with credentials. Okay. Now let's go to where? Manage and assigning roles. So what is the role that I have by default? What is the role that I have here? Admin role. So should we go and add one role? Let's add, for example, junior for fun. Let's add a junior. Add. And then senior. Add. So junior, senior. What senior can do? Can you select anything here? What we have here? Read it. Overall, credentials, agent, jobs, run, view, SCM, matrix. So it's up to you whether whichever the roles that whichever the permissions that you want to give it. Sorry. So for senior, what we can do? We can give admin permissions. No, I don't want to give admin permissions. What he can do? What he can do here? Read. What he can do? Credentials. I don't want to do. Is it good to him to create? Do you remember credentials section? In manage Jenkins credentials, can we create credentials or not? But you're telling that seniors can do any kind of credentials. Your wish. But let's say agent. So in the jobs, what he can do? He can. Do you see run the job? So what he can do is he can. I need to put this like this. My laptop. Already I have 4 eyes. Karthiko, run update jobs. He can read the jobs. He can create the jobs. He can delete the jobs, and he can what? Build the jobs. And you don't want to cancel the jobs. Okay. Let's say I have given these permissions. For junior, what he can do? First, he will read, and then what he can do? He can run the jobs. So let's say, for example, okay. Let's say, for example, I don't want to give only what permissions I have given. Read permissions. For example, I'm getting a headache because I cannot see like this. So, okay, let's save it. You can play with it, okay? And we have created the roles, Nana. What we have created? We created the roles. Now, what we need to create? We need to add users. And so how to add users? This here. Okay. Let's go back to Jenkins. And what we have here? Users. Create a user. So that is Jenkins database. I don't want to do it from Jenkins database. Here itself, we can assign roles. We have here. What is this? Add user. Because I don't want to use Jenkins users. We will use RBAC. Okay, tell me again, where should I go? Okay, so everyone understood how to set up roles. Where should I go? Manage and assign roles. And then here you added the role and you given the permissions. Okay, and then here assign roles. To assign the roles, first what we need to have users or not. So here we have add users. To click on add user. Karthik. Why it says user not found? So that means somewhere I need to add the user here. Okay. So Karthik user is not here. Jenkins user only. Just a second. Manage roles. Okay, here assign roles. Yeah, user not found. So let's try authenticated users, and this is roles. This is not users. Not this. Let's try to create from Jenkins. So let's create users, and then Karthik, password Karthik, 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 Karthik. Create users. Let's create one more. Jaya, Jaya. Short name, आराम से. Jaya, Jaya at gmail.com. Create users. Okay. Now let's go to our where. Manage Jenkins. And then manage. And then assign roles. Add user. I call it as what? Karthik. Now we got it. Okay. So now we got it. And Karthik, I'm giving senior role. Which role? Senior role. And then add user. We have one more user called Jaya. For Jaya, what I'm giving? Junior role. Save. Okay, na? Now let's log in. Now I have given the user to whom? Jaya. So she's logging to the Jenkins. What's the username? Let's log in with Karthik first. Karthik. Sign in. So if I do Karthik, so what kind of given permissions? Read, build. So can I do build here? So once I click on build, so now he's able to build or not? He's able to build. But can he do, did I give any delete? I have not given any delete. Okay, anyways. So, but do you see this? But manage Jenkins is here. So can he do anything? Manage Jenkins, he cannot. Can he create credentials? Can he do anything here in Manage Jenkins? No, because I have not given any permissions for him. To see, he's in the senior. So, and for credentials, I have not given agents related. I have not given, right? And the view also, I have not given. If I give read permissions, then he will be able to see anything. So, but he's able to build it and everything he can do. Yes, but not anything related to manage Jenkins. Now, let's say, for example, who will log in now? Yeah, poor girl. But that she do? Can she see anything here? Nothing. Dashboard, nothing. Sir, I'm not able to see anything. I'm got blinded. So nothing, sir. So now what I do? Yeah, you are junior. You are not supposed to do anything. But let us give read options at least to see the build at least. So tell me how to do. So for junior, so job read is there. Correct? Okay. So I save it. So here if I refresh, now at least she can see the job. But she can run the job. Build option not there. Nothing. Just to see and enjoy. That's it. Can she configure? If you want to give all in the jobs, what you can show. Do you see configure option? Do you see configure? Now configure option is there. Understood? So like this, you can use what? RBAC. Understood RBAC? Clear? Live examples? Okay. So with this, congratulations, we have completed Jenkins. Fantastic. So how many days we took? Wow, 8 days. That's too long actually. Yeah, we have covered everything, right? Nice, very good. And tomorrow what we do, we'll also go with the Jenkins tomorrow, but we'll do the project. So whatever we have done till now, bits and pieces, everything what we do, we'll integrate tomorrow. So tomorrow will be, I'll start the class on time, exactly, because we need to have a lot of, tomorrow what we need to do? Project, what do we need to do? First, we need to set up Sonar Cube, installation should be done. Tomcat setup we need to do. Jenkins setup, Nexus setup, S3 setup. OAS will you do it? It will take a lot of time. Okay. But what I'll do is, after completing entire project, then I'll add OAS and I'll build it. And it will take time, no? Then I'll say, okay, we are done. Well, yeah, you could do it also, right? And then, so for this, it will take time or not? But believe me, it will take not that much time because you're all expert. But I'm telling you, if you have completed the practicals before, tomorrow it will be easier. And I want you to complete the previous practicals in order to do best tomorrow's project. Because you should know how to, because I'll be asking you how to set up what Tomcat. I'll be asking you how to set up Sonar. I'll be asking you how to set up Nexus. I'll be asking you how to set up S3 and where, which tools, which credentials, how to do everything. Everything we'll be doing tomorrow in one shot, entire pipeline. To make it very confident for you, I want you to complete all these bits and pieces. Tomorrow what we do, we'll go with the project. Okay, ma? How is Jenkins? Super. Experience. People online. Boom, boom. Huh? Okay. We are in good pace. No issues. Okay. You're all comfortable. Smooth as better. Yeah. How about others online? No, online chitties, please reply. Oh, you are giving emojis, huh? That went somewhere up. I was, fantastic. So we covered each and everything out there, right? So that will be really good. Very good. अब Jenkins में fire है. झुकेगा नहीं साला. No. Very good. You should have that confidence. Fantastic. Okay, ma. So any other questions? CKA, Chandan, you put it in the internet, you will get it now. Certified Kubernetes Associate, CKA. Okay. Someone is asking what is next topic. So next topic tomorrow, I said we'll do the project on Jenkins, right? I could have asked you to do it by yourself because we already done this, but tomorrow we'll spend time on this Jenkins again. And day after tomorrow onwards, we'll go with Ansible. Okay, super. Online, can you get the final CC for today, please? And I'll be uploading this Nexus. Guys, Nexus is already here in your GitHub. Go to repositories. in DevOps scripts, and we have here Nexus. So you can just open it and then just use this. But this is not as a script. And please, many people, what they do is they'll combine this also in that file. Okay. This is to start the Nexus. This. Yeah. Okay. I have given everything here neatly. Okay. Dinesh, how to create that one? Oh, Dinesh, we have already done GitHub, right? How to create a file here? Which one? That round circle. But the DNA, but this one. Hey, you have so many online tools are there, no? Canvas is there, and then a lot of so many online logo creations are there. What is the difference between platform engineer and DevOps engineer? You know, DevOps engineer, whatever we are doing now is DevOps engineer. Platform meaning what? Your infrastructure. The platform, right? That platform is that meaning whoever is managing the servers. Let's say, for example, as you got a job as a DevOps engineer. As a DevOps engineer, your job is to maintain these pipelines, to configure these pipelines, just in case. So you are deploying to the Tomcat server. Where is the Tomcat server? Are you responsible to launch the EC2 instance, set up Tomcat? Okay, Tomcat you need to set up. Are you responsible for launching EC2 instances as a DevOps engineer? No. So platform engineers, so-called AWS engineers, what they will be doing, they'll be setting up, you need to create a ticket with them saying that I need these many machines and this is the configuration I need. So they will set it up and they will give the IP address and username, password details. And here from here, you need to write a pipeline to connect to that and then you run the pipeline. If you are not able to deploy and if you're not able to reach that server, then you need to contact the platform team. But if you have such a big company, then you have these different types of company. But nowadays, companies need all-in-one person, where he should be acting as platform engineer, DevOps engineer, AWS engineer, SRE engineer, everything. That's why I made you to, in AWS, what did we learn? AWS engineer, platform engineer, how to set up SRE, site reliability engineer, how to set up your entire disaster DRs and everything. Everything we have learned in AWS. Now we are learning what? DevOps. So I'm making you to ready all these roles. Any role, you can hit it. Okay, ma? Fantastic. Okay, so can I get the final CC for today, please? So guys, I know that you have forked this. If you have not forked this repository, this DevOps scripts, please open that online and then fork it. So whenever you fork it, once in a while, just go and sync the fork so that whenever I upload anything, you will get the latest thing. Update the branch, you will get it. Fantastic. So that is all for today. Let's connect tomorrow with the project. And tomorrow, what I do is, before I come to the class, I will launch the EC2 instance and keep ready. I'll keep it ready. I'll not do installations, but I'll launch the machines and keep it ready. What are the machines that we need to have? One is for Jenkins, another is for Sonar, another one Tomcat, another one Nexus S3, 5. So if I have time till 7 o'clock, I'll complete the class before class. If I have time, I'll set up. Otherwise, we'll set up in front of you. What do you want me to set up in front of you? Or Just launching the machines, right? We can launch and keep it ready. So that's all. Let's connect tomorrow, guys, with the Jenkins project. Until then, take care. Don't miss the class tomorrow. And please complete the practicals and come. Okay? Good night.